Well, you've probably heard that the real estate market is bonkers, with homes going on the market, getting multiple offers, going over asking price, and all that good stuff. But there's one thing buyers are doing that I am not a huge fan of, and that is waiving their home inspection. Today, we're going to talk about why waiving your home inspection is such a bad idea, what the risks you're taking on by waiving your home inspection, and what you can do to protect yourself and still buy that home. This is Monday Mornings with Mark. Hi, I'm your host, Mark J. Schmidt of RE/MAX Country and MoveMeMark.com, where I help you get the most out of the real estate market and your home. If you're new here, be sure to like this video, hit the subscribe button, and make sure to hit that bell so you don't miss out. So like I said, the real estate market is crazy, and I've seen so many buyers who go out and they are waiving their home inspection. That means not having a home inspection at all and buying the home completely as is. And I got to tell you, I've read many stories of buyers having actual these nightmare scenarios where they get into a house and they find out that there are things that are very wrong that they didn't know about. So first of all, why are buyers doing this? Well, with the incredible demand that we have for homes in today's market, a lot of buyers are saying, let's just waive the inspection so that we can look more attractive to the sellers who are out there. This seems to happen a lot to people who have put numerous offers on numerous properties and they're sick of losing out. So they say, we're going to do anything. They come in with a strong offer and then they say, we're going to waive the inspection, and then they hope for the best when they move in. But what are the risks of waiving your home inspection? Well, the first risk is actually I think the smallest one, which is you could buy a home and in this market probably pay top dollar for a home, but then find out that there are some things that are going to need replacing or repair, things that you're going to need to spend money on. So for example, when you have a home inspection, the home inspector is going to go through the home with you and he's going to tell you, hey, here's how old the furnace is, the hot water heater, the central air. These are some things that need attention. These are things you don't have to worry about. When you're buying a home without a home inspection, you're really going in blind. And like I said, you have to hope for the best. So it could be that there could be some delayed maintenance on the part of the sellers that is now going to be your responsibility. So knowing that ahead of time, at least being forewarned, is a very good idea so you can make sure you have enough money to take care of all those things if something should come up when you buy. Now, there might also be some problems with the home that you aren't aware of. You see, a lot of people, they go through a home and they say, this home looks pretty good, looks like it's in pretty good shape. But there are numerous things that could be happening that you can't tell with your naked eye. And a home inspector will be able to find these things out for you. So for example, there could be wood-destroying insects. There could be a problem with radon. You know, radon is an odorless, colorless gas that comes from depleting uranium in the ground. It's considered to be a carcinogen, and it can be expensive to remediate, a few $1,000s. So you definitely want to know if you have radon before moving into a house. Other things that can come up could be mold. You could have foundation issues. You could also have a big one, an underground oil tank. Many years ago, homes that were heated with oil, they would take the oil tanks and put them in the ground so they'd be out of sight. What they didn't realize is that those oil tanks made of metal being in the wet ground could eventually start rusting. And when they rust, oil gets into the ground, and now you have a huge problem. Because not only do you have to pay to have that oil tank removed, you might need to pay for remediation, and that can sometimes cost tens of thousands of dollars. So you definitely don't want to go and take a chance with that. That's a pretty big gamble that you're going to take a home that could have an underground oil tank, could have a foundation problem. I wouldn't do that. So the first thing you can do is you want to ask if the sellers have prepared a seller's property condition disclosure statement, also known as a seller's disclosure. This is an 8-page questionnaire that basically has everything about the home on it. How old is the roof? How old is the furnace, the hot water heater? Has there ever been a problem with water getting into the house or mold? Have you tested for radon? Was the radon level high or not? Everything you would need to know to make an informed decision before putting an offer on that home. Now, the good thing about this is that it's going to tell you everything that you need to know about the home. The other good thing is if the homeowner has fibbed on that, you now have a basis to go after them later on if you find out that they said the basement's dry, but then you learn that the basement gets wet every time it rains. So getting the seller's property condition disclosure statement is key. Now, the second thing you want to do is you don't want to waive your inspections entirely. What you want to do is you want to limit your inspections. So I always tell my clients a good thing for them to do is to limit the inspection to safety, structural, and environmental issues. This will keep you protected in case there's something big, if it's an environmental issue like mold or radon. If it's a safety issue like the electrical panel is a Federal Pacific panel and they've been known to have problems in the past where they catch fire. That's not something you want. And if it's a structural issue, if you've got a foundation that has a crack in it and all of a sudden now you need to put a new sill plate in the house. These are all very expensive problems to have. And you definitely want to make sure that either the previous owner is going to be taking care of them or you can back out of the deal. So one thing I like to do is I really want to spell out in the offer that not only are we limiting the inspection to structural, environmental, and safety issues, but also I like to spell it out that we're not going to nickel and dime the sellers over little things. We don't care if there's some old wallpaper on the walls. We don't care if the kitchen faucet is a little leaky. That's fine. We'll take care of those minor things. We just want to make sure that we can hold an inspection for the structural, environmental, and safety issues. Now remember, you may want to waive the inspection if you're getting the home for such a low price that it will make up for any repairs that you may have to make to the home. But otherwise, limit the inspection, make sure you get that seller's disclosure, and you're going to have an absolutely fantastic home purchase. Now listen, if you have questions about buying a home or selling a home or any part of the real estate process, there's a fantastic resource. It's my website. You can find me at www.MoveMeMark.com. Thanks so much for watching. If you missed our last episode, I've got it right here for you. And here's another episode that YouTube thinks you should watch. If you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you hit that circle and subscribe so you don't miss out. And I'll see you next time for more Monday Mornings with Mark. You have a great week.